Hi, and welcome to BibleStudyMinistry.com. Today's Bible study is Adultery and Marriage. It's part of our According to the Bible series. People normally will have a cow when they read up on the biblical definitions of marriage and adultery. But I want to command you that you don't have a cow, that you just read it, absorb it, and let it be for understanding so that it can correct your path as you walk with the Lord. In mainstream Christianity, marriage is not taken seriously, or it's not taken with proper knowledge, because we see the mass divorce rates in the United States and even all around the world. Improper divorce leads to many societal imbalances, beginning with the institution of the family. Therefore, learning biblically what marriage is and what is adultery becomes very vital and important to your spiritual walk and your spiritual growth as a human being. So, what is marriage exactly, according to the Bible? Marriage is the union of two souls, one male, one female, which join together to become one. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, it says, "And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him." As I skip down to verse 24, it says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh." This is the beginning of the marriage institution, two becoming one. Two souls joining to become one is supported in the New Testament writing by Paul also in 1 Corinthians chapter 6. Skipping down to verse 16, it says, "What? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body? For two, said he, shall be one flesh." So, as you go out and sleep with a prostitute, or you behave whorishly as going to sleep with a whorelot, you are joining your body and becoming one with that whore. And that is not godly. That is not the way the marriage institution was set up to be. Therefore, you know that laying with someone is the actual marriage. When Jacob, the father to the children of Israel, according to the flesh, was duped into laying with Leah, the elder sister, he kept her even after he realized that she was not Leah that night. He kept her along with Rachel. Why? Because once you join together, that becomes your spouse. In plain, the consummation of the marriage is the handwriting on the wall, is the ink on the paper, is the actual marriage. Everything else, from the wedding, the walking down the aisle, the big party, that is all tradition and culture. When you sleep with a woman, especially based on the agreement or perception that you want her to be your woman or your wife, she has become your wife. With this knowledge, it should slow you down, if you are a man, from all your womanizing and behaving playeristic. That is, if you are behaving this way. And the same goes for women who are playing the field as well. If you tell a woman you want to marry her, or you want this to be a long-term thing, and you lay with her, you sleep with her, then congratulations on your marriage. From that moment forward, you should treat her as she's your wife, because she is. Now, what is adultery? Adultery is sleeping with another man's wife. That is the biblical definition of adultery. Well, you may ask, what if I sleep with a single woman? Well, then she becomes your wife, and anyone she sleeps with afterwards would be considered adultery if that was the case. Now, the husband can cause this or make this to happen and be the sole at fault or to blame, because God will require an explanation from whomever is the guilty party in causing a divorce to happen. Let's look at Matthew chapter 19. Verse 9 says, "And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, commits adultery. And whoso marries her which is put away does also commit adultery." This is to say, if a wife and husband divorce, depending on what the reasoning is, if it's not for fornication or infidelity, then someone is at fault, and whomever the wife goes forward with and lays with or marries commits adultery also, as she also commits adultery. Divorce was never an option from the beginning except for infidelity. And in the Old Testament writing, if someone committed adultery, they were to be put to death. Obviously, that does not happen these days and should not happen these days, because Jesus said, "Let the wheat grow with the tares." Again, in Matthew chapter 19, verse 4, it reads, "And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And he said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh." This is the same thing we read in Genesis chapter 2, that a man would leave mother and father and cleave to his wife, and the two should be one. Verse 6, "Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man put asunder." Therefore, there was no divorce. The law was to be married until death. The only law that Moses wrote out was the bill of divorcement, and Moses only allowed divorce because it was the lesser of the evils taking place with the children of Israel at that time. However, divorce is never an option except for infidelity. Remember, the purpose of marriage is mainly twofold: for reproduction and multiplying, and also for companionship and help. Adam given a helpmeet suitable for him. What about King David and King Solomon and other patriarchs who had more than one wife? For more details on adultery and marriage and other Bible studies according to the Bible, please visit BibleStudyMinistry.com and sign up for our newsletter as well. And also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you inside.